Parkside, class of 1975. We have Jackie Staudiker and Kathy White. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bart. Thank you so much.
I can't believe you guys look too young to have
Oh,
graduated.
God bless you.
It was a good class.
Right.
That's what graduating from Parkside would do.
All right, so we have to, because you were different names in high school.
Oh, yeah.
What were you in high school?
I was Jackie Alger.
Jackie Alger. Oh, so you're the Algers, the Joe, and all the...
Yeah, all those brothers.
Okay.
There's 5 of them.
And Kathy, you weren't White.
No, I was Williams.
Williams, you were Williams. And you're A.P. Williams'
Pastor A.P. Williams' daughter.
daughter.
Yes, sir.
Longtime pastor of Second Missionary Baptist Church.
Yes, indeed.
So
yes,
you were like required to be the music minister there.
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Wow, I think Jackson's longest serving pastor.
He was 58 years.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, 50 years. I was telling you before the show, my 50th class reunion was last year.
Right.
I didn't go. I kind of regret it, but I kind of, I don't know. So how are we doing? Are you hearing?
Well, right now we've got about 63 people that are signed up, and we're hoping to get more. Like everybody's like, oh, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. But you know what? You need to go back. You need to, right, Kath? You need to go back. Just because, everybody's been through stuff in their life in 50 years. And we have it's been great reconnecting with people and becoming friends again.
It really
and,
has.
Part of the committee that's working, we never hung out in high school, but now we're like, oh, you've gone through that and you've gone through that.
Right.
And, people have gone through loss of spouses and children and parents now, and we've all been there. But come back just because it's a good thing.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, we reconnected at the rededication of the Eagle. When they rededicated the Eagle.
Yeah.
And they were doing this, and I started out in the fight song. And she came, we were choir partners. Yeah. And she came, I said, Jackie, she said, Kathy. And we just clicked like we'd been seeing each other all these years.
And you hadn't seen each other since?
Not in a long time. And we're both here in town, which is crazy.
Yeah. How many in the class of 75 at Parkside?
Did we say about 4?
Yeah, something like that.
425?
Much larger than they are now. And remember, we had 2 public high schools in Jackson.
Plus Little and Christie.
Right.
So
what was the last year that graduated from Parkside?
83. I think it was 82.
82, you're right.
Yeah.
So we've had a lot of famous people come out of Parkside. Anybody in your class?
Well, Ray King. He was famous.
We got a lot of teachers, doctors, lawyers.
Local famous.
Yeah, indeed. So
now, have you put up flyers at Vista Grand Villa and Arbor Manors?
Well, it's funny because my husband will say, "Oh my gosh, look at that old person," and I'm like, "Honey, that's somebody that graduated with us or with you, So
see, I can say that because I'm. Yeah. Well, I'm a year older than you are.
You are.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh, crazy. But that's the fun thing is just reconnecting has been just, don't you think? Just really
it has
neat.
been, and just to see our different journeys, like Jackie was saying, we've had all things go on in our life, but we're still here, and I think it's just going to be just to show our gratefulness and thankfulness that we're still here.
Yeah,
absolutely. It seems like people that live far away are more likely to come back and be part of a big reunion than the locals.
And it's one of the things that I've noticed that's really interesting is that people want to know what's going on and that have gone away, like what's happening in Jackson and all this, and to keep things lively at the reunion, this one wants to do games and activities. So I'm like, I feel like a camp counselor with you.
But do you think there'll be some rekindling of romance from?
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to get into that. That's not my business. But if there is, that's fine. You go do what you want to do.
Did you marry your high school sweetheart?
No, I didn't. Did you? I didn't really have a high school sweetheart.
I didn't either. I was too busy though.
No, I married George from Lewin.
George, yeah.
You know George Steinecker, yeah.
I know George.
He's here actually. But
is George here?
Oh yeah, But anyway,
It's just, like rekindling things up. I'm just thinking about the plays, and when I was talking to Karen when I came down, we were talking about Magic Johnson, and he's coming back to Michigan State, in case you guys didn't know that.
Oh, neat.
I went to Michigan State while he was there. But he got his name Magic from playing Parkside.
Yeah.
So that's a key to success.
That is great. I saw
And that
the
was
interview.
50 years ago. That was the year you graduated.
I saw the interview that Andy did with David Sierra and Rocky Hester, and I can't think of the third man that was there. But anyway, they told a story of how Magic got his name, and it was from playing with those guys that were in our class.
Because we got beat so bad. But anyway.
Well, they couldn't believe it. And they said, oh, this guy's Magic,
Yeah,
so that's how the name.
That's how he got his name,
Wouldn't it be neat if we could get Magic to come to your reunion?
Oh, that would be great. That would be great.
So when and where is the reunion?
Okay, well, Friday night.
The 18th of July.
We're starting down here.
Hampton was the third one.
Okay.
Yeah, which Hampton?
Oh, I can't remember.
Must have been, was it Frankie?
Frankie?
Frank.
Yeah. Because I think he was a year younger than
Somewhere.
David Sierra and Rocky were. Friday night, we're starting out with a tour of the high school. And it's also the Balloon Festival. And we didn't really realize that when we did the planning and everything. We're going to have a memorial for classmates that have passed away. We were going to do that Friday, but I said, with the Balloon Festival, everybody parks at Parkside and then walks over to the park for the Balloon Festival. And I thought, this is going to be crazy because we were going to do it out by the Eagle.
Oh.
So we're going to move that till Saturday. So Friday night, we're going to come down to the Grand River just to hang out and like a little meet and greet kind of thing.
But we will be touring, like I said, at 4 o'clock on Friday.
It'll look a lot different for people that hadn't been
I know.
there.
Yeah, definitely will. Yeah. And then Saturday night at 6 is our big banquet out at the Country Club in Jackson. And that's going to be really neat because we're going to play musical chairs.
Yeah, we're going to do musical chairs.
But we also have...
Can you imagine that?
So Kathy's from a musical family. Not only did you run the music at Second Baptist, your nephew is
correct.
Larry Sumner's Jr.
Yes.
So he got his music talent from you?
Well, I trained his mother, and his mother trained.
Well, she's very talented
Right.
too.
So, but yes, I played his first accompaniment. So yes.
So will you have more entertainment than just musical chairs?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, is he going to be?
No, he's not. No,
Larry's
so
not coming?
there's a DJ, and we're also doing a Parkside trivia, which has been a blast. Writing that and everything. We've got some prizes that we're going to give out, some raffles and things, and so it's going to be a lot of fun. Plus the great food out at the Country Club, and
Sunday we end up with the.
And Sunday, our friend Jill Bentley has a place out at Clark Lake and has everybody coming out there for just a little kind of potluck get together, kind of fun thing. So we're excited.
Yes, we are.
Plus, we're selling T-shirts that say Parkside, and they're getting printed and will be done this afternoon. So.
Are they the blue and red?
Oh, of course.
Of course.
And that's funny because someone online posted, aren't they orange? I thought, are you nuts? Why would they be orange? It's pretty funny.
Now, does that blue have a certain name?
It's
Columbia Blue.
Columbia Blue, okay.
Columbia Blue.
Like the Lions are Honolulu Blue.
We're Columbia Blue.
Well, people want those even if they didn't go to the class.
I know. There have been people that we only ordered like 50 and they're going quick.
Yeah.
So, if anybody wants one, get a hold of us on our web page, or our Facebook page is 1975 Class of Parkside High School.
Well, when we did that feature on Magic, we had a lot of the memorabilia from the years, and people wanted to get their hands on some Parkside original old school memorabilia.
Yeah.
If you open get more T-shirts from you'll sell them.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know. We will, definitely. What else was I going to tell you?
Just looking for people to come. I've been telling people we're going to be on JTV, so watch it. And that was one of the reasons we wanted to come on, because somebody might, might not have heard, unfortunately. Right. but they'll hear about it on
Well,
the
we're
show.
also welcoming, the class below us and the class above us too, if they want to come or anybody.
Oh, that's nice.
Just come on out, let us know. But let us know because we got to give a good count to the country club.
Who was the class clown?
Oh my gosh, there are too many. I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh.
There were just a lot of clowns.
Who was most likely to succeed?
Oh gosh,
Gosh, there were
there are a lot of them too.
Ted Ray and, like I said, Ray King. And,
Well, you've done well.
yeah.
Ted Ray?
Yeah. He,
Well, he's very successful.
he was a part of our class.
All right, so
And
if people-
another thing, because when we went to Parkside, that's when they brought the kids over from East. Until that year, the kids from East were going to Jackson High.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they came over to Parkside. So
All right. Track these guys down on Facebook and make plans to be part of the fun. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having
so
us.
much.
Go Eagles.
That's
Kathy
right.
White and Jackie Stodecker, class of 75, Parkside.
Thank you.